Bold reds and blue skies, city lights and county sights, bike rides and beautiful places, delicious bites and hometown favorites, hidden trails and open waters, island life and city style. Everything goes better when we go together. Plan your trip to Windsor, Essex now at visitwindsoressex.com.
Windsor, please welcome our athletes competing in the women's 10-meter synchro finals. Please welcome Team Germany, Jule Eisenberg, Charlotte Lederer. Please welcome, representing United States of America, Ella Roselli, Bailey Cranford. Representing Australia, Laura Hengston, Lauren Flint. Representing Singapore, Rian Sham, Ainsley Kwan. These are your competitors in the women's 10-meter synchro championship finals.
All right, here we go. So the competition here at the 2026 Canada Cup of Diving coming to an end, but not just yet. Alex DePatsy here with the exceptional Kaylee McKay, two-time Olympian. And this event, of course, you know very, Very well, Kaylee. It is the women's 10-meter synchronized final. You've been there quite a few times at all the levels.
Quite a few times, but not for a while now. It's nice to be on this side. It'll be an interesting event to watch.
Absolutely. So 4 teams are in play here in this final. No Canadian teams. Our main pairing is Caitlin Fung and Kate Miller. So Kate Miller not being able to compete at this competition. Obviously, we decided not to put in a team just to put in a team because it is seemingly the view that Caitlin and Kate will be the team moving forward in the next couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. They've definitely solidified a strong partnership and shown some really good results over the past few competitions this year. I mean, Kate wasn't able to make it. She's down in the States right now. So focusing more on the World Cup circuit and really practicing more than competing and traveling too much.
World Cup circuit, one more event in the season for that. It is the Super Final coming up in a few weeks in Beijing, China. So most of our Canadian team will be taking part in that, and that'll be the biggest competition of the season, obviously, because no Commonwealth Games anymore for diving. There's no Pan American Games this year, no World Championship, so we're gonna round it up a little bit early for the second year of the Olympic cycle, but then after that, it starts to get quite serious looking ahead.
It's definitely the calm before the storm kind of year. Slower year this year, really building year, and then next year, it's go time.
Yep, pre-Olympic year coming up, but for now here, the women are set and ready. 5 rounds of dives, 4 teams. The first 2 rounds maxed out at 2.0 degree of difficulty, showing, of course, the precision and the great opportunity for the rip entry, the cleanest possible without a splash. And here comes Team Germany, Jule Eisenberg and Charlotte Lederer. Start with a reverse dive pike. Oh, okay, so right off the start there.
Interesting start, a little bit too far away from the platform. We don't see very much of a jump. We want to see a pop off the platform and really precise movements with this dive.
You know what I find interesting in this one is that both divers did the same mistake, really cutting off the jump there.
And maybe just thinking too much about the synchro, really trying to time it like that and not over jump and miss, the synchronization. But they would have scored a lot higher if they had, popped off the tower a little bit more and jumped up instead of out.
So 43.8 is the total on this one. From the United States of America, Ella Roselli and Bailey Cranford. And it is quite the advantage to be able to pair 2 women on the 10-meter platform, essentially the same height, both divers quite tall, but the physical aspect of it in a synchro pairing is very important. You want similar body types.
Absolutely, and it is really hard to find partners that really match you.
So there they are, the Americans. They started off with a back dive pike. Okay, very well.
Decent start there. I did notice another lack of jumping from Bailey right here.
That's
and
right, eh?
I
Not
can tell
going all
you,
the way.
back dive pike is a little bit scary on the 10-meter, especially when you have long legs. You need that jump. That's what the judges are going to look for, but you also need a little bit of distance, because I can tell you from experience, hitting your toes on the platform on a back dive pike is not ideal.
The outcome of that is never good.
No, very interesting. So, decent start for them there.
Luckily, everyone is safe after this back dive. Time for Team Australia, Laura Hingston and Lauren Flint. They start the event with a forward dive pike. Once again here, you need the jump, but you gotta be at the right distance. You want your feet in that pike position to go just in front of the tower. Ooh.
Beautiful.
See what I was saying though for Laura Hingston there, the feet as she was coming out of that pike right here, look, yeah, just close by the tower.
For sure, and I mean, to be able to control that, she knows that her feet are going to be close, so she really has to engage that core and keep her feet right in front of her. This was a beautiful start, beautiful synchronization, and again, Laura's legs and pointed toes always stands out to me, and just incredibly beautiful, especially in these compulsory rounds.
Showing the aesthetics of it all, just over 50 points. That's a great start for Team Australia. From Singapore, Ryan Sham and Ainsley Kwong also doing a forward dive pike. Quick reminder, all the dives in the first 2 rounds, difficulty of 2.0.
Wow.
That was nice, ripped entries.
Really nice start. You will notice the difference in coming out time.
Right here.
These two. One diver held onto that pike a little bit longer, meaning she probably felt a little more stuck than her partner. Sometimes on a front dive, if you throw a little bit too hard, you have to come out fast.
And it's easier to adjust if you're a little bit stuck than if you've already created too much rotation. So look at this, 50.4. That puts them tied at first place. So the judges like that one. So we take a look. After 1 round of dives, Australia and Singapore are tied for first place. Americans in 3rd and Germany 4th. And we brought up earlier the pairings, you know, the body types fitting together. You've had to dive with different partners over time, so how does that even come into play when it becomes time to switch maybe your technique, make different compromises?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my first partner, Megan, she was a lot shorter.
Megan Benfito,
yeah.
We salute you.
Shout out, Missy girl.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a lot shorter than my most recent partner, Kate, so really adapting to one, jump speed, jump height, all of those kinds of things, they definitely play factor in how you approach the competition, how you approach the partnership.
Right. We're ready for round 2 here. Team Germany, Yule and Charlotte, they've got a back dive pike.
Not a bad dive. Again, I feel like we're just missing the spring off of the platform, and it does kind of show almost a little bit of discomfort when you're on the platform.
Exactly, I was
you
gonna
really
say.
want to show that you are in control. You know how to do this dive, and when you don't jump as high as you're supposed to, it doesn't give off that feeling.
Doesn't show confidence at all in the movement, and that the judges can definitely sense. So that affects the score. 44.4 is the total on that one. Up next are the Americans, Bailey and Ella. They'll be doing a reverse dive pike this time. So, similar type of dive from before. Gotta create that jump in the air. Okay, good entries in the water. Better jump as well.
Yeah.
You're stealing the words out of my mouth, Kaylee.
Better jump. We do see Ella missing her feet. We want to see her touch her toes and then be able to continue on to that entry. Beautiful entries from both of these two. Really good synchronization, just a little picky with that, you know, toe
and the
touch.
distance from the tower a little bit, but both of them were at the same distance, so that worked out. 49.8. Good score here for Team USA. Up next, the Australians, Laura and Lauren. They follow up with an inward dive pike. Every little movement, they almost have to really figure out the choreography, if I can call it that.
Absolutely.
Okay, which side are we going to turn? Take a step, then return. All of this, folks at home, if it's your first time watching synchronized diving, is calculated. Oof, okay.
All right, so from that takeoff, we can see it's really important with the platform that you really go on the same time, because even the smallest change in timing makes a huge difference when you're falling 10 meters. So we see Laura going a little bit faster than Lauren here.
And faster to take off and faster in the rotation of this inward dive.
And with 10 meters, if you're off by that amount, it's very, very apparent. So definitely gonna hinder the synchronization scores here.
Absolutely right, Kaylee. 41.4 here. Bit of a slip for Team Australia. Here's the pair now from Singapore of Ryan and Ainsley. That's a back 1.5 somersault with a half twist. You were telling me off the air, this is not a dive that you enjoyed doing when you were diving. Tell us why. Everybody wants to know.
No, I just didn't like it. It's too scary for me.
So beautiful when well executed, though.
Okay. Decent dive here.
Nicely done.
We can see a different approach into the twist. One of the partners twists a little bit off the platform right away. The other one gives herself a bit of a jump and then starts twisting. So changes the view of it.
And after the twist there, I would have liked to see them go into that pike, leaning towards their legs a little more. They really left it open.
And that can happen as well, because they might have thrown a little bit too hard and they don't have the ability to really slow down the dive. The longer you are, the slower you're gonna spin. If you get smaller, it's gonna speed it up. So
Still looking at a couple of 8s there in the synchronization. Find that generous. I just gave an opinion. All right. Team USA in first, Singapore second, Australia third, and Germany currently in fourth, not too far behind.
Bold reds and blue skies, city lights and county sights, bike rides in beautiful places, delicious bites and hometown favorites, hidden trails and open waters, island life and city style. Everything goes better when we go together. Plan your trip to Windsor, Essex now at visitwindsoressex.com.
Just as we get to the chorus, we announce round number 3, Team Germany, performing a 405B for 2.5 by position.
All right, getting set for round number 3. So now, unlimited degree of difficulty. This is where it gets very interesting. Germans are up. Julie Eisenberg and Charlotte Lederer with an inward 2.5 somersault pike.
Okay.
Nice, good dive.
Good dive. Really good synchro off the top. With this dive, you want to get a bit more of a jump on the top so that you have a bit more time to come out of that dive. If you're pushing backwards, you're still moving backwards. It's going to be really hard to get that up and down line. Both similar mistakes in that sense, but still really good synchronization, pretty good dives on their own.
And of course, you are hearing us talk about the up and down line a lot. Well, that's just the best way to control the dive, to control that entry in the water, the angle in which you're going to be landing. So more movement, either backwards or forwards, depending on the dive, the harder it's going to be to find the vertical. Here comes Team USA, currently the leaders in this event. Their next dive, a forward 3.5 somersault pike. Difficulty of 3.0. Both Ella and Bailey were in a good fight for the podium in the individual event. Now diving together. Oh, beauty!
No. What a dive.
Yes.
Beautiful front 3.5. Both of them ripping that entry. Bailey slightly back from the end of the platform, which makes her have to lean forward to get into that pike. So a little bit of a difference in the distance away from the platform, and the judges do see this.
But even though, because the divers know in the air that they're not at the same distance, we can see on the peripheral vision there, they still stayed focused on their individual dives. Look at this synchronization all the way up to 9 here, even with that different distance. So.
And that is one of the challenges in synchro, is really still focusing on yourself when things, you know, become a bit distracting or something out of the blue comes up. Your partner does something new. Got to focus on yourself.
Solid score for Team USA. Up next, the Australians. Laura Hinkston and Lauren Finley. 2.9 difficulty for a back 2.5 somersault pike. Watch the finesse here. Beautiful legs and feet in the pike position. That is exactly what you can expect from these two divers.
And for this dive, really looking for that controlled up and down jump. Nice.
How about the synchro on that as well?
Wow.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That pop off the platform, they take a second to get straight and then right into that beautiful pike. They know exactly where they need to kick and they can reach straight through that water. Beautiful line.
Wow, this
Perfect
was
synchro.
a spectacular dive.
There.
Oh, look at these
synchro.
scores. Synchronization, 9s up to 9.5. Solid execution scores as well. Biggest dive so far in this event, 74.82. The whole staff is happy as well.
And these dives are the ones that you start to set yourself apart in the group with,
Exactly.
right? So with a dive like that, you get a bit of a lead.
Team Singapore.
That applies a bit of pressure here on Team Singapore. Ryan Sham, Ainsley Kwong. They'll be doing an inward 2.5 somersault pike.
All right,
There's
so
a lot to this one here.
we're talking about focusing on yourself. Unfortunately, diver closest to us went early, way earlier than her partner, and in my opinion, it distracted her.
You've been through this
Yes,
before.
and she probably was focused more on the fact that she went early and not on where she was in the air,
And then
leading her.
that's right. So your thought process, your mind goes elsewhere than what you're supposed to be doing at the moment.
And the water, I can tell you from 10 meter, it might look really high and like it takes a while, but it comes really, really fast. So you have to be attentive to all of that.
Okay, so bit of a miss here for Singapore. But this is how it stands. Team USA about 3 points ahead of the Australians, followed by the Germans. So this is, like you said, Kaylee, there's a bit of spreading apart here, but first and second for Australian USA. This is becoming a real fight here. Once again, every synchro event at this Canada Cup has been promising in terms of getting to that last round, and it's going to be definitive for someone.
For sure, and even with only 4 teams, you still want that gold. You still want to fight, you still want to be competitive, so it doesn't matter how many teams there are.
Well, it's almost like when there's such few teams, it's not even about getting on the podium, obviously. You want to win. Now I have the opportunity to be the best team out there.
Absolutely.
So here come the Germans, not too far behind, sitting in 3rd place. So obviously with 2 more dives to go, everything is possible. Yule Eisenberg and Charlotte Lederer are ready for this round number 4. Forward 3.5 somersault pike.
Okay.
Beautiful synchro once again. A little bit of a distance issue, but still.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I would say about the synchro, just the distance, the difference in distances. Pretty solid dives, both of them. A little bit loose for me on the bottom, not really seeing the water and going for it, just allowing their legs to pass by the vertical there.
It also kind of displays a little lack of aggressiveness, you know, really not attacking the water. You said it earlier today in a previous event, letting the water come to you instead of really reaching out for it. Little things that the judges do not miss.
Team USA.
Here comes the United States of America. Ella Roselli, Bailey Cranford. Building on this momentum, only about 3 points ahead, sitting in first place. Now they've got an inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Difficulty 3.2. Another opportunity to extend that lead. Oh no!
And again, so from the top, if you are off timing, you're gonna have one partner that's gonna be rushing and the other one kind of panicking that she went too fast.
But I'm looking at Bailey's dive over here, closer to us. Came out of that rotation, seemed a little bit lost in the air, didn't quite know exactly where to line up for that water.
Well, if you're not throwing fully with your arms, so you're getting that full extension and then into the connection, you can get a little bit disoriented. And you know how fast you're falling, you know how much time you have, you do have to kick at some point. So not maybe that she intended to kick early, but she knew she's running out of time. She has to come out of that tuck position. So not what they were looking for on that one.
Okay, well, tell you what, that certainly opens the door for Team Australia. Laura Hingston and Lauren Flynn. They've got a reverse 2.5 somersault coming, 2.8 degree of difficulty, so a little lower, but the door has really been open now for them to take the lead.
And this style of dive, we're gonna be looking for the same thing that we're looking for on the back 2.5 pike, you know, that jump and the finesse in the lines. From the timing, I feel like that is one of the biggest impacts on these misses that we're having. Not getting the jumps that we quite need for this dive. It is a simpler dive on the 10 meter. You do have a lot of time to do this dive, so they need a bit more acceleration. Even though it's an easy dive, you still have to give it your all and be aggressive on the top.
52.92 is the total. That puts them in first place. Looking forward. I hadn't paid attention to the total score, so we'll have to wait for one more team to see, but it's going to be close and very, very tight before this last dive coming. I almost feel like they want to make it interesting for people watching. Team Singapore now, back 2.5 somersault pike. Singapore wasn't that far off either, right? So you gotta really keep at it.
Oh,
look at that! Oh, the beautiful
synchro.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful synchro, and you know what? This is a learning experience. So the more you can compete in the synchronized event, the more you can get used to doing your dives like you know how to do it beside somebody and not get distracted by your partner. Seeing someone right beside you mirror image is kind of confusing sometimes.
Very good fundamentals on this one, though.
Yes, and just really good timing on that. I find with the pike dives, it's a lot easier to see good synchro and really appreciate it just because of the long lines and you see everything passing.
Definitely. 53.07. Very good things to build on here. Okay, let's look at these points. Team Australia now in first. USA about 5 points behind. And then Team Germany not that far ahead either. So we're gonna need some very, very good dives if you want to either stay in that position or make a move at the end. So what's the feeling like when you know before this last dive, you're only a few points apart? what is going through your head?
For me, it was always intensity, regardless of if I knew or not. But going into that last dive, you can't leave anything on the table.
No holding back, no hesitating. There's no other time just to go all out.
Absolutely, last
Nothing
dive.
to lose. Team USA, they're getting focused. Yes, take a breath. You need it before this last dive. As the Germans are getting ready up on the 10-meter platform, of course, we're allowing a little bit of time in between the rounds. Only 4 teams. Everybody needs to catch their breath.
It's a lot of stairs up to the 10-meter.
I would agree with you, Candy. Okay, Germany. Yuli Eisenberg, Charlotte Lederer, 5th and final round of dives. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist pike, 3.2 degree of difficulty.
Oh,
Good
beautiful
dives,
synchro.
individually as well.
Yeah, beautiful synchro. I really liked that takeoff. Slightly falling back, but I really liked the intensity of it. You can see that there is intention into going into that twist.
Yep.
Slightly splashy on the bottom, but still, overall, a good dive there to finish their event with.
Should definitely solidify a place on the podium. Which color will it be, though? 69.12 is the final score on the dive. Also, part of the learning experience, being at this level for this young German team.
Team USA, 5-2,
Now,
5-3B, back to enough.
it is time for Team USA of Ella Roselli, Bailey Cranford. They need a massive dive here if they hope to overtake Team Australia.
And this is a dive I know they can both disappear on. So let's take a look.
Back 2.5 with 1.5 twist, high position. Let's go.
Wow,
You
beautiful
said it.
dive. Beautiful dive under pressure. They knew they needed that. This could be the winning dive here.
They really upscaled this one compared to the previous couple rounds.
100%.
Nicely done.
And I love the lines, getting into that pike with straight legs. It looked like it was going to be a little bit off timing with that squat.
They caught up though. It worked out.
A round of applause for Team USA.
So let's see it. Here are the scores for Team USA, 75.84. Big score here, applying pressure there on Team Australia coming up. For now though, time to take it all in. I love a good fight all the way to the end. Okay, you messed up a little bit in the previous round, but hey, we're not done yet. Here they are, Laura Hingston and Lauren Flint from Australia. This is the defining moment in this event. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist pike. Difficulty 3.2. They need this. It's got to be exceptional if they hope to maintain that first place. See what happens here.
It's never over until it's over, and unfortunately, just missing a bit of energy and power on that dive. I would have liked to see Laura jump a little bit more before getting into that twist, because it takes a lot of energy to get into that pike, and that water comes fast, like I said before. So decent synchro, some beautiful dives from these two.
Well, look at the scores here, 6.5s and 7s for synchro, but the individual execution will have cost some points. That puts them in second place here. Wow, what movement in this synchronized diving event, once again.
Here you see a shot of our live podium with one team remaining.
And of course, as of now, which will probably be the end result,
Team Singapore.
Team Australia
3-0-5
joining the podium
somersaults, tuck position.
celebration zone. And for now, one more team in this women's 10-meter synchronized final. Ryan Sham and Ainsley Kwong of Singapore, reverse 2.5 somersault tuck.
Oh, no! And just too much adrenaline there. It looked like a beautiful takeoff to me. Really just not kicking at the right spot, and once you're kicking high, you cannot reach your hands that fast. You really have to be patient. Unfortunately, not the ending to the event that they would have hoped for, but again, great experience for both of them, getting that synchronized international competition experience under their belt.
Sure, we'll be seeing more of Ryan and Ainsley in the future. That puts them in 4th place, and here are your top 3. Team USA in gold. Australia gets the silver medal, and Germany is 3rd. And there are the points for all of those 4 teams. So now one more event is left at this Canada Cup here in Windsor, Ontario. It is going to be the men's 10-meter final, the marquee event of all diving. It will happen in just about an hour, and we will see you then.
Give them the medals. Please stay with us for the medal presentation. Thank you to our judges. Thank you to all of our hardworking volunteers. Once again, coming up very shortly.
Bold reds and blue skies, city lights and county sights, bike rides and beautiful places, delicious bites and hometown favorites, hidden trails and open waters, island life and city style. Everything goes better when we go together. Plan your trip to Windsor, Essex now at visitwindsoressex.com.
Synchro event. Top 3 teams, please make your way to the stage area.
Veuillez maintenant accueillir les médaillés et les présenteurs pour l'épreuve femmes 10 mètres synchronisée.
Please welcome the medal presentation for the women's 10-meter synchro.
Les médailles et cadeaux sont présentés par
The medals and gifts will be presented by Commissioner Community Services, City of Windsor, Michael Chandler.
les gagnantes de les médailles de bronze représentées par l'Allemagne,
Your winners of the bronze medal representing Germany, Hule Eisenberg and Charlotte Lederer.
les gagnantes de la médaille d'argent représentant l'Australie,
Your winners of the silver medal representing Australia, Laura Hingston and Lauren Flint.
les gagnantes de la médaille d'or et votre championne de la Coupe de Canada représentant les États-Unis,
Your winners of the gold medal and your Canada Cup champions representing United States of America, Ella Roselli Bailey Cranford.
veuillez maintenant vous joindre à nous pour la présentation de l'hymne national des États-Unis.
Please join us for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Veuillez applaudir nos médaillés de Coupe de Canada.
Windsor, show your appreciation for our Canada Cup medalists.